So, it is time for one of these videos again, one of those unscripted tutorial videos that will change the way Tears of the Kingdom is played. Right now, I feel pretty much exactly how I felt when we found wind bombs. A interesting glitch was discovered that will probably completely change how we play the game, at least when it comes to going fast, but it could also be fun for you to try out casually. Maybe if you're on version 1.2 especially, because version 1.2 has had some of the most major speedrunning glitches like fast duplication and the Zaggle recently patched out. But this works in the new version. And let me show you what this looks like at first. Without saying much more, you'll see why this is so powerful, and then I will teach you how to do it, okay? So let's just get into it. If it wasn't obvious already, you can tell that this is a pretty interesting way of moving in Tears of the Kingdom, and that this uses the Fuse Entanglement glitch. I currently basically have an invisible rocket attached to my shield, and in fact it's not invisible, it's actually the rocket that I have then fused to my weapon. This can combine even easier with a large zonite charge. This is where older versions of the game will have an advantage, because they can duplicate these large charges relatively seamlessly. But this makes it so that your battery power basically doesn't hold you back, and you can chain these jumps for quite a long time. Now this is the perfect timing, because you'll see that the rocket on my weapon is about to time out, and there's only two things really limiting this glitch, and that's going to be your shield durability and your and rockets in general, how long rockets work. Now let me explain you how this works in general, what other applications for the glitch are there, and why this is so big, why this will change how we play Tears of the Kingdom completely. I will explain you the inputs, I will explain you how it's done, and again all you need. So all you need is you need two shields, and I on this file have a bunch of Hylian shields. I was able to duplicate them with the duplication glitches that the old versions have. Maybe you still have a Hylian shield. Maybe you have some zonite shields. I would recommend you to do this on a zonite shield, a Hylian shield, any shield with high durability, because otherwise the rocket is going to kind of eat through it quickly if you're on the new version of the game. On the old version of the game, you can technically duplicate Hylian shields and make this even more powerful. And then what you want to do is you want to place down a rocket on the ground. The current other devices we notice works pretty well with is springs. Springs basically allow you to constantly bounce on the ground. It's not as powerful. Rockets will really be the big game changer. So I basically place the rocket on the ground, and I activate the fuse rune, okay? So you want to activate the fuse rune. And now, this is the timing specific part. When you press down and hold down the L button, eventually the rune menu shows up. But you might notice that when you hold down the button, there's a little bit of a delay between pressing the button and the rune menu actually showing up. This delay is what we're going to use. You want to press ZL, which would fuse the rocket to your shield just before the rune menu opens. So I'm gonna hold down L here and then try to time that ZL shield fusion button just before it opens. Here, I was too late. Being too late is not a big deal. The rocket actually didn't fuse yet. You can continue to do this until you do get the timing that I just got. You can actually see the rocket disappeared behind the menu. And this is what you want. Now, I'm still holding down ZL and L, and I'm gonna start spamming left on the D-pad after I let go of these buttons. So you can literally spam it until this shield menu opens. Once the shield menu is open, all you need to do is you need to swap to a different shield. Now, it is noteworthy that the shield you swap to here will be the shield this glitch is gonna take your durability from. So make sure to swap to the shield, like the zonite shield or the Hylian shield, any valuable like high durability shield. I am gonna just swap to another Hylian shield and then let go of D-pad left. Now what happens here is that there's a rocket sitting on the ground, and I have a Hylian shield where if I press D-pad left again, you see it actually says rocket shield, but the rocket that this is fused to is the rocket that's on the ground. This is what we call fuse entanglement, right? So in order to make this glitch more versatile, we're going to fuse the rocket that's technically fused to our shield to our weapon, so it doesn't unload. This way it's always with us. Now, it's also important that at this stage, you don't want to swap your shields. If you swap your shields back and forth, the game is going to realize that there should be a rocket on your shield, and this is going to break. So let's get into how to move around with this. So what you want to do is a forward shield jump, which is done by just pressing X, ZL, and A while running forward. So this is just a forward shield jump, right? And you see the rocket activates. Now, to get all of this, like this multiple height, right? To get like the big bunny hop, the big wind rocket, some people call it, because it's pretty similar to the wind bomb glitch. What you want to do is you want to do the forward shield jump. So X, ZL, A, and then keep holding ZL and A and just spam B. And in my case here, I'm going to eat one of these large zonite charges to make battery not an issue. So I'm doing a forward shield jump, and I'm holding A and ZL down, and I'm just mashing the B button. So I'm going up and up and up, and I can combo this into a dive. In my case, I have the wingsuit here. In fact, you can even combo it into a dive and then land on a wing. So this will completely, and I will show you more now why this will really change the speedrunning meta. Like, I can do this, combo it into a dive, spawn a wing, and then like land on it. And now on the wing, I might not even have to get the paraglider. I could set up the next fuse entanglement. This will change the way the game is played, and if you want to look into this, I wanted to make this video real quick so that you can look into it early. I'm not going to show you the version of using this with springs right now, because honestly it's not super powerful. I'm sure people will discover other uses for this glitch in the future. Right now, rockets are definitely #1. I mean, like, look at this again. If you really mash B quickly, it's even gonna take a while until your rocket is used up. You can combo it into the wingsuit, etc., etc. But one more thing I did want to show you, because I'm about to... Well, I was actually already in the process of routing the All Shrines category, right? All Shrines, super exciting in this game. I'm still not really gonna go into straight up like spoilers or whatever. Super exciting in this game. There's a lot of shrines, and I want to get them all fast again. And I had an idea to route this with like rocket and bomb shield jumps already, but this will change everything, because this actually persists through load zones. What does this mean? I can place down a rocket before I enter the, what is the name here? Kahatarnom shrine. And I'm doing the glitch. And I'm actually going to try to intentionally mess it up here, because I want to show you another issue that can happen. Let's see if I can intentionally mess it up. So here, right, what I did here is I held down the L button to bring up the rune menu, and then pressed ZL to fuse the rocket a little bit too early. You can actually already see the green, like little swirls around Link, the green fuse swirls. What that means is that you messed up. If I now mash D-pad to the left, you see the rocket is already on the shield. If that happens, you have to destroy the fuse material and try again. This is why this glitch is still more powerful on versions where you can duplicate very easy, but in your casual file you can just invest another rocket or technically reload if you mess up, right? So let's go for this again. Here we got it. We don't see the green swirls yet, so I'm mashing D-pad left, switching to a different shield, using the rocket to my weapon to take it with me inside the shrine, and now let's take a look at this. This, in my opinion, is going to be what all shrines and long speedruns of the game are going to look like in the future, until I realize that this is an unscripted video and I made it into Raru's Blessing instead of the Mario Maker's shrine that I actually wanted to show you. So looks like we're going to be sitting through another teleport. This is going to be my time to tell you real quick that I absolutely love the way blessings look in this game. I've heard a lot of people say that they're not hugely invested into the fact that there's so many blessings in the game, and it was kind of like annoying to them, but I love how blessings look. In fact, one of my favorite shrines in the game is a blessing. Some of you may know what I'm talking about here without getting into too much spoiler territory. But yeah, okay, let's see Mario Makers. So I'm sure some of you remember the shrine. Going up to the Wind Temple, probably something you encountered early. You have to do all of these boat jumps, right? Until you realize that you don't, and this will be a game-defining glitch. Because it works in shrines, you can take it through loading zones, you can literally jump up here, and then make your way to the end. Skipping out all of these boat animations. So this is probably what we're going to be looking at in the future of all shrines. There is currently no name for this glitch. I've been calling it the wind rocket on stream because it is very much reminding me of the wind bomb. Again, quick tutorial on how it's done. I hope some of you enjoy playing around with this. Keep in mind, this is still very powerful on the new versions of the on the old versions of the game because you can duplicate rockets, duplicate hide-in shields, but it does work on the new version of the game. You can try this out in your game right now, maybe before Nintendo patches it. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something in this video. I wanted to make a video on this specifically because I think this is huge. This will change the way we play the game for a long time. Learn it now, and you'll see this in my speedruns on the channel soon. Thank you for watching.